hair, nappy hair.
All right, we're still doing a little setup. We realized at the last minute that I didn't have a laptop for me to be able to view the comments and such. Um, check my settings here.
La la la.
Well,
Shout out to TZ Talks for winning the basketball game today.
Yeah,
I
I
was
didn't even know.
I was just going to say that. Like,
I
well,
know-
since we're here,
Since we're here.
Yeah,
shout out to Teasy.
I did
Shout
not
out
know.
to Mook for not dying on the court.
Yeah.
Oh, but he looked like it.
Damn, he did.
My nigga was out of breath from the tip off.
Well, what is going on, everybody? Want to thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Hoecially Awkward. Oh, I know my password now. Yeah, I forgot. No,
Here, log in.
yeah, no, because Google, you can store your password.
That's
So
why
I went and viewed it.
That's
see
what I
what it
do
was.
with everybody's in the show. I have a specific email address just for the studio, and that's where I store everybody's stuff at, so we don't have to keep doing
Okay,
this.
so I think I might be like a little bougie because whenever I get on somebody else's laptop, I'm always trying to touch the screen because mine is a touch screen and it's convertible. So I'm always doing like this on people's shit and then get brought down to reality that, everybody ain't got that hot shit like I got.
So you just gonna shit on me like I couldn't really jump out the window and have that hot shit too.
But it's not just me.
I'm mad that she touched the screen like she wasn't here last week and saw that shit didn't work either.
But that's what I'm saying because
No,
I'm so
I get it.
used to scrolling and tapping on mine. I try to do that shit for
It's like
everybody
when
else's.
iPhone switched from having a button to no button. People were still touching the bottom of the screen looking for the button. So it's always happening, fam. She going backwards. She's not used to it. But hey, one.
What up, though?
What's the name of your new Instagram that you got going on?
Ta-da, we're in.
Kickboxing.
Tell us about it.
I'll show y'all some dope kicks and we talk.
I
some
can't
shit.
see who that is, but hey, girl.
Probably Kayla. It's always Kayla. Because that other guy was talking,
Yeah.
text.
He talking,
Or just being a pervert.
he talking in miracle pages.
Okay, so Juan, you were saying?
Oh, he just asked me about my new Instagram page. It's kickboxing. I show some kicks, talk some shit, give you some shoe news. Not major. The link will be in the comments.
Yeah, go ahead and hook the people up with that. See, and I used to be so into sneakers that it's crazy that I really don't know shit about shoes now, like at all.
They weird now.
Like this is my daily shoe attire, like fucking Adidas slides. Like I don't know shit about shoes no more.
Because these new shoes are weird now, fam.
Yeah.
Like people want to pay $500 for some Yeezys that look like melted plastic. Look like
I
caved out ant caves.
I cannot, like, those shoes make me itch looking at them.
They look infected.
Because it look like, how Freddy Krueger's skin is.
That's
how the
is.
shoes look to me.
That's
and
exactly
it's just,
what it is.
It creeped me out. I don't like it. Shit with a whole bunch of holes on it fucks me.
You don't know what doesn't creep me out? Michael Myers and the way he fucks shit up.
I didn't watch it yet.
That's all I'm telling you.
I still gotta watch it.
What do you do?
Sleep.
Damn.
Okay, you want to know why I didn't watch it? Because all day Saturday, you know what I was doing? That's why this episode is titled "Fuck Parenting." Okay, fuck parenting. Because being a parent all day on Saturday was fucked up. So Friday was a content night for me. I was up, like I didn't even go to sleep until like.
Hey, you old hoe. You roll the fuck out.
Yeah, but
You ain't been here for a while. Get the fuck out.
Who said it?
that was Keish.
Because now it's on Mimi's page.
Yeah, so they can all see it now. So Friday was a content night. Now I didn't go to sleep until like 6:45 that morning. Ree had a volleyball tournament and she had to be there at 8:15.
How she do?
So, well, they came in second place.
Okay. You go to sleep.
I left my fucking melatonin at home and couldn't get my ass to sleep. So I have to get up, and at that point, I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna make it all the way back out here to check out. So I had to check out of my hotel room early. It's like 7 something in the morning. I'm not supposed to have to check out till noon. So that was 5 hours that I could have been chilling and enjoying my money's worth. But leave there and take her to South Division. This is where the tournament is. Now,
15, lamp 'em.
It's like one of those stumping grounds. Hey, hand me that other phone stand.
now South
The
Division
fancy
is
one.
hosting this volleyball tournament, and they are also the very first school that Reed School goes up against. You know, Reed goes to High School of the Arts. Smack them. Okay. So y'all lost y'all very first game in y'all house.
South always been trash.
Like schools that tend to end in
No,
division
no.
tends to be
This
trash.
is
in the
this is this is what baffles me, okay? Because when I think of tournament, I think of
single elimination.
yes.
Oh, they doing like some round robin shit.
So they what's it called? Losers bracket or something like that.
Yeah,
So
so
they got.
you
It was like
you
round robin.
you lose the main one, but then you get put in another one where you can at least walk away with the participation trophy.
No. So because of this shit, I'm thinking like, all right, reading them, they on the road, they knocking their opponents down, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That but I'm like, wait a minute. We beat them, but they over there playing on the end court because it's 4 different volleyball courts. So we're in South Division Gym, and it's 4 games going on at once. Now I wouldn't have felt comfortable for that because, like how I'm sitting here, there's a game going on behind me. So many people kept getting knocked in the back of their heads with volleyballs and shit because you can't see the fucking volleyball coming towards you from behind you. But
That's disrespectful.
That's a motherfucker.
South Division lost their very first games against Reed School. Then they keep going. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, I know they lost their game. They lost their game. And then these people is playing. Bro, I was there 8 hours. 8 fucking hours. That is a full work shift
That is not the kind of ball bashing you want to
for
see.
a volleyball fucking tournament. And you know who won it all? South fucking Division.
Wait, so Re lost their first one or South lost their first one?
No, they beat South Division.
So
Out the gate, the very first games of the tournament, it was 4 games going on.
Okay.
Reed's first game, South Division's first game against each other.
Right.
South Division lost both sets.
So they went over to the losers bracket. And in the loser bracket, they won the losers bracket and then faced whoever won the winners bracket is what you're telling me.
That's basically I don't know. So because their only losses were because the final games it was against South Division. By that time, I feel like Reed's coaches them were just retarded because they didn't sub any players. I'm like, bro, y'all been playing. We've been here 8 hours. Niggas is tired. Get them motherfuckers off the bench sometime so that these motherfuckers can rest and recuperate and shit. Like, you can tell, like, they're winding down. Motherfuckers is missing the ball they going for and shit. Like, I feel like the coaches lost
Y'all play all your starters.
that game.
No, you got to rotate them, Brandon. Put some of them in the middle.
What if the niggas off the bench ain't as good?
Why are you talking about Doug like that?
Oh, he was terrible.
Whether the niggas off the bench were as good or not, you got these
gotta
drained
rest
ass
them.
starters. They ain't shit either.
Look,
So at least you can get some fresh energy on the fucking court while your starters is getting some rest. We've been here 8 hours, nigga. I'm tired from watching.
First of all, I commend you for sitting through volleyball for 8 hours.
Listen. It wasn't voluntary, which is why today's episode is called Fuck Parenting. I didn't know I was going to be there that long, okay? I wanted to be the supportive parent and, see him through. I thought it was just going to be a couple hours.
No.
Outside of the fact that I had to wake up a lot earlier than I should have had to on a fucking Saturday morning, check out of my hotel earlier than I should have had to on a Saturday morning, and drive all the way to fucking South Division on a Saturday morning. I didn't want to go down there, drive all the way to the north side, and then they fuck around and be the losers. Then I got to come right back and get them. Now, Reed's team is good, so I had faith that they would go far in it, but like I said, I thought it was going to be a thing where once you lose, you don't fucking play no more. So I stayed. If I knew that these motherfuckers was going, oh, we lost, but that's okay. We finna go try to, we'll get them on the next run. I would have stayed the fuck home. Okay.
Yeah, cause I'm like after like the first hour, that should have been your signal to be like, all right, Ree, I'm gonna go get something to eat, take a nap. I'll be back.
Call me when you're ready to leave.
Right.
And then they had the audacity, and y'all know I don't carry cash. So I was upset because we get there, they charging to get in the fucking tournament.
Wait,
Adults is
for a
$2.
volleyball game?
Yeah, adults is $2, kids is $1. It wasn't the amount, it's the fact that the fucking ATM fee for me to get cash costs more than it costs to get in this motherfucking volleyball tournament. So I was pissed about that.
The ATM fee was like $5-10.
Well, the gas station ATM fee was cheap, but then you know your bank charges you want, so you get hit double.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up.
So I'm like, shit, I could have bought a fucking couple tickets to get in this motherfucker just based off the ATM fee. So I was mad about that. Not to mention the fact I'm dealing with the fact Nunu got fucking fleas. I was so mad. Cause y'all know Nunu don't go nowhere. She's not around other dogs. She don't be in like doggy daycare and shit. But we had Keish, get your black ass back here. Where you at? You like all these animals and shit. Come get all these wild fucking rabbits and bullshit that be coming camping out in my goddamn backyard.
See,
Do you not read Lakeisha's status?
this is what you need your dad for, because he would have caught all them rabbits, skinned them,
cooked
and then made a
them.
soup out of it by now. They know he gone, so that's why they coming out both.
Keish can't control the animals at her fucking.
Court
Residence.
says parenting definitely a scam. This basketball mom shit isn't for the weak. There's games and practice 6 nights a week for my
Man.
daughter. And motherfucker wonder why I drink heavy on week. Yes. And then y'all be having Saturday morning practices and shit.
Well, until you just explained that, Corey, I would have just assumed you was an alcoholic.
She
then,
said
like
she
the
would have
party.
been left. Nigga, once I figured I'm like, dog, it's 1:30. Then I look up again, it's fucking 4 hours. I was so mad.
Yeah.
What you mean?
But
me
yeah, I
you-
already explained why I didn't leave by now.
What you
But
mean?
yeah.
Me you under?
Cause I knew once I went home and went to sleep, that nigga was gonna be stranded.
Yeah, never mind. I found it.
Nick, because I've never had to pay for any games before. It was just like once we got to the tournament, like I said, because I don't carry cash on me, I had to leave, go find a fucking gas station, get money out of the fucking ATM, pay to get money out of the ATM just for a fucking $2 game.
I think that's why when we was in high school, we had to find like the cool parent that didn't mind being there. All you motherfuckers go with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she don't mind being there all day. I'm not doing it.
He said, "Yeah, fleas come from outside, and you got to keep your grass cut."
She would know.
My uncle
Yeah, I
came and cut the grass. Right, he cut the front and the side, and didn't cut the back, and that's the main place I need because that's where Nunu used the bathroom at in the backyard.
They call Nunu slippers.
I know. Remember when Ironita? Remember I was fucking with her. I told her she's sitting up here talking all this shit when she infested with fleas and shit. Oh man, those are good old days.
I've never met a grown adult with fleas.
Where is that child at anyway?
I don't know, probably somewhere still lying. Who knows? Yeah, but this weekend was just a fucking
She's somewhere making Facebook stats about how she beat your ass.
probably.
We all know the truth.
Yeah, somebody coming. They was like, it might be bugs on some of you mugs, but it ain't no bugs on me. You remember that commercial?
That's a great commercial.
Terrible.
Dog, like, man. Oh, before we like get into anything, I want to give a shout out to Track Sanders, Elisa Nicole, and Tay Spears. They had a show last night. I heard they rocked that shit.
Yeah, I popped in for a minute. That shit was going.
Yeah, I heard y'all killed that shit. So definitely want to give y'all a shout out. Niggas asked me, was I going? I'm like, no crowds for me, buddy.
Too many people.
Too many. And then it was even more people than what Track Stop was gonna come out because he
Niggas fuck with
asked
him.
me, and I'm like, nigga, I just I feel like
Is there a link I can watch this on Facebook?
remember
Nah.
Jackie when Ike slapped her, she was like, you ain't gotta hit me but once. That's me talking to COVID. You ain't gotta hit me but once, motherfucker. Nope, I'm good. Oh man, y'all have no idea how much I love my Instapot. I know that's like a random thought, but
no,
just
we
think,
just talked about it. So it
but
makes
just
sense.
thinking about the fact that like it's already what damn near 9 o'clock. Dinner is like nowhere near done, but when I get home, it's gonna take me like 10 minutes to put a
for real?
whole meal together.
Mhm.
That shit be so amazing, dog.
Mm.
If you don't have an Instapot, get you one.
You
If you
like,
have an Instapot and it's still in the box,
take it
open
out.
it.
Take that motherfucker out.
Open it.
Instant pots, Instant Pot, and air fryers are the shit.
Yeah, and mine is the combination.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I got the dual crisp, so I got the pressure cooker lid and the air fryer lid. But
Yep.
that motherfucker saves so. Like, I really, really, really hate that I didn't have that shit back when I was working 2 jobs, like when I was at the dealership and shit. Because a lot of money I spent on fast food was just because I was getting home too late to try to cook something. Man,
An air fryer will have you cooking shit. You didn't even think you should cook.
Shouldn't even
Like
be
that.
in there.
Like, you ever had pizza rolls like in the air fryer?
I haven't had pizza rolls in a long time.
Yeah, man. My homeboy was like, "Hey, pizza rolls is fire." I was like, "Yeah, but microwave, nah." He said, "No, dog, put them in the air fryer." Now, I don't know if it was because I was just high.
Probably.
Them motherfuckers was extra delicious.
Probably.
Because they cook it from the outside
Well,
in.
especially if you used to eat them out the microwave.
Right.
Because they
Yeah.
be, I don't eat pizza rolls because we were putting them in the microwave and they were rubbery. And I didn't like that shit. Like, it just seemed like when you bite it, all of the filling come out and then you just stuck chewing this rubbery ass crust. So I didn't really fuck with that.
It's uncooked crust.
Yeah. And so
That's why
after
people like they put stuff in the oven.
Yeah, but ain't nobody got time for the oven.
Fact. So now you just put that shit in the air fryer. I
Right.
threw an Uncrustable in that motherfucker one day.
yeah, you
Nigga.
told us one day.
You've been
Motherfucker,
wilding with these
peanut butter and jelly, air fried. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
Peanut
I
butter
actually
jelly
read
time.
that putting salmon in the air fryer for 15 minutes. That should be good as fuck. So I'm gonna try that. I hadn't done that one yet.
It's
Try
the-
to let me know, because that's the only fish I can eat.
I seen the motherfucker braid some salmon.
Tavy just did. I got dinner from her
I be
this
watching-
weekend.
I gotta stop watching TikTok.
Yeah, she made braided stuffed salmon, rasta pasta,
What?
corn on the cob.
We
a whole
need
bunch
you
of
to
shit.
come on the show, Tavy, and bring some food.
What?
Well, I think she leaves tomorrow night or Tuesday morning, one of the two.
Where's she going?
Back home.
Where she live?
Oh, Arizona.
Oh,
No, she been there. She,
The
you know, that
zone.
nigga always on the road. She always gone.
on the road again.
Can't
Hey,
wait to get back on
we
the
need-
road again.
speaking of on the road again, so we need to start planning this Texas trip so a nigga can go down there and get this food. That's all I've been thinking about. I
That's
really
all
want to
you
go to
want.
New Orleans though. I gotta go down there. and eat, bro.
Orleans.
Yeah. Well, you ain't gonna be able to eat all the shit I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to get down with that seafood.
Nigga, there's other stuff down there for me. Believe me.
Yeah.
We can get authentic Popeye.
Oh, so y'all know.
It's not, Popeyes is not authentic, my nigga. That shit still fast food.
But it's from New Orleans. It's different.
It hits different.
It's different.
Just like if we stopped in Kentucky to get Kentucky Fried Chicken, it shit hit
It
different.
should hit different. But Kentucky got that big ass cross outside the city limits. I don't want nothing to do with Kentucky.
That's that Jim Jones plantation.
I don't want to see the Kentucky Wildcats. I don't want to see. I do want to go to the Kentucky Derby though,
Why?
because I feel like that's an event we should go to.
We can't. She gonna gamble.
Why not go to the Kentucky Derby, Tom?
First of all, don't
get a
don't
chance.
be acting like I'm no motherfucking gambling addict.
We can dress up. You can get
No. I wasn't saying it like, ooh, Mimi's gonna be gambling. No, we sending you to gamble because you the lucky bitch.
Yeah, that's true. You know,
My luck don't got nothing to do with y'all. Oh, y'all think I'm taking y'all to the top?
That's what you're
That's-
supposed to do.
yeah, that's
That was part of the plan.
Supposed to. That sounds like an obligation.
It's always been part of the plan.
right.
Sounds like an obligation.
I'm just saying.
Kind of is.
It is.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that a restaurant or a seasoning? She said y'all got Cajun sparkle up there.
That sounds like a stripper.
Hey, it kind of do.
A thick ass red bone.
from Louisiana.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cajuns.
the
Coming to the-
Popeye seasoning.
Coming to the
No,
stage,
oh,
all the
speaking
way
of
from
Popeye
New
seasons, I see-
Orleans. Here is Cajun.
Shout out to Meg. She
sparkle.
got a hot sauce at Popeyes now. I saw that. The little hottie sauce.
Well, we already know that shit won't be available in Wisconsin.
Nothing is available at Popeyes, period. It doesn't fucking matter. They're
Popeyes
always
hit
sold out of
different
everything.
in the southern region of life.
they would hit different if they actually stop the shit that they're supposed to sell.
Because when
That would make Popeyes hit different for me. For me to come and roll up to your motherfucking drive-through window and you're not saying.
So we just gonna roll past the fact that the hot sauce is called Lil Hottie.
Hottie sauce.
Hottie sauce.
Yeah, man. You gotta
Makes sense.
Is this what these bitches gonna have in their bags now?
That's what she called her fans. Hotties.
Okay.
Yeah, but nah.
I'm proud of her.
The Popeyes.
Me too. Get your bag in anybody that you fucking can.
Right.
Shit, you think if they wouldn't put fucking my face on a condom, I wouldn't be like, gang, gang. Yeah.
But you know niggas don't wear.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't be
any bag I can catch, I will catch it.
You know what? That just has so many meanings coming from you. It's terrible.
A money bag, a tea bag.
Oh my.
A hoe bag. A gym bag.
Doug, somebody got Mimi on their gym bag. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, man, we need to come and walk our hoe bags.
We do.
Get on it, Tone.
Actually, Alicia got the plug when it comes to bags.
It's a lot of stuff that I actually need.
Alicia actually got the plug on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Explain what that means to me.
Okay. She has a wholesaler because she sells whole bags. So literally, they're cool. So Mimi can be like, hey, I got an idea. What if we Kummer Walker brand your whole bags? So what you have in there plus, let's say a rose, since it's a popular thing. Now you increase the price of the bag by like $60 because it comes with a toy. Everybody wins.
I don't know. That makes sense to you?
I wasn't listening.
She don't never listen to me.
No, I was looking at something. And that seemed like a conversation I was having because you asked the question, and because you asked the question that I wasn't particularly interested in the answer in, I started looking.
I wasn't particularly interested in the first fucking answer, which is what led to me asking, what did that have to do with me?
It wasn't about you to begin with.
No.
It was always about me.
I do feel like I need to start getting some merch out, but
more of make me understand.
I haven't
why
because
this makes sense.
I'm still trying to figure out branding. Like,
just throw your face and name on some shit.
You a hoe? Hoes brand other hoes.
No, it's not even that. It's with
Pimps did the brand,
like just with Kummer's Candy Closet. Like,
like
we know with Kummer Walker and that whole. It's just me figuring out how I want to continue branding for.
How big do you want it to get?
I think whole bags are a move.
Well, retail wise, like with me actually opening the location, I feel like I'm gonna have to go with some sort of name change. Or at minimum a logo. But
it's gonna be a boutique.
I'll figure it out. You know.
Still think we should do whole bags.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually I was so wrapped up in a lot of shit. I didn't even sell Sweetest Day baskets. I had this whole setup and then didn't even.
Yeah, you were actually kind of quiet this Sweetest Day.
Yeah. I advertised a little bit. People still found me. They still fucking found me. That's why I slept. This nigga talking about what do you be doing? Like between spending 8 hours at that fucking volleyball tournament and then having and then as soon as I get done, I gotta fill orders and shit and do deliveries for fucking Sweetest Day, nigga. I fucking collapsed. I didn't even need no melatonin. That's how fucking tired I was. So yeah.
You gotta make time to just do nothing and watch TV.
I just when I'm in that.
You could have probably watched the whole series at that volleyball game.
Yes, and then my phone wasn't charged, so I was mad because I could have been catching up on shit. I have been watching All American though. Like I'm finally in the 3rd season.
That is a show I have not gotten into.
Well, when I took my Atlanta trip last year, he's the one that got me watching it. I was watching it with him, and then I'm like, all right, well, I need to kind of, how you need a refresher for shit. But then sometimes when I go to refresh, I get sidetracked and I don't finish. So I had to fully catch up in order for me to. So damn, we're like season 4 now. That's on TV, and I'm just now watching 3 on Netflix. I just started last night, but I need niggas to relax.
Oh my.
Okay. Um, we see all the time how niggas are when they see us make a sexual post. And then you got people that'll say, well, if you posting about it, you know, what you expect, niggas gonna shoot they shot, whatever, whatever, whatever. And I have a response to that. You cannot tell me that because I posted about sex or, you know, maybe I want my ass cheeks waxed. We don't know what's going on.
Oh
We
wow.
know that my head be all over the place and sometimes I demand random things. But regardless of what I post, you know that I'm not talking to your musty ass. And
They
you know how
always
I
be
know
must.
that you know that I'm not talking to you? Now let me post some shit about I need some money or I'm hungry and I need something to eat or I want to go on a fucking vacation or some shit. You motherfuckers don't volunteer to do none of that shit like you will volunteer to give some dick if I make a post about how I need some sexual healing. So you hoes know I don't be talking to y'all. I can vent and say what the fuck. I don't have to filter what the fuck I'm talking about in order for you to not come sideways about what I'm talking about. You can get cussed out if you want to. It's up to you. So if you don't come volunteering on all them other motherfucking posts that I've been talking about, like today, I'm hungry. You go come to Sherman, you go volunteer to come to Sherman Phoenix and bring me something to eat? I didn't think so. So don't offer me your little crusty ass dicks. Hoes.
You didn't wait to see if anybody will respond to see if they
Um,
would bring you something to eat.
so yeah. Oh, and then that was another thing. Because, I mean, we talk about this all the time, but, it comes up so often about, say somebody did bring me something to eat, right?
Right.
What would they expect for that? Just being realistic, a nigga bringing me something to eat.
Dick.
You would expect that.
No, he would be trying to give dick.
Oh, cause I'm
Like
like,
dick is dessert.
if he bring Mimi some food and expect dick, this is a whole nother conversation.
Hey, these niggas is
this,
sexuality is a spectrum.
this is a wild conversation we are now having.
Hey, young Dev, Mr. Controversy.
Sexuality is a spectrum, bro. We don't know what these niggas really want.
Yes,
Them lips.
nigga want that
Hey,
ass. That's exactly what they gonna want.
relax.
Hey,
You see what kind of conversation we're having?
it's some nice lips.
No, so
Don't be that guy.
before I get right back to that, I
It
just want to
was
give a
very
shout
nice.
out
It was a nice
to.
picture.
I just want to give a shout out to Martin Tuku and young Dev Jordan for offending all of the single moms with no babysitters on Facebook during the red flag challenge.
Damn.
And he got chocolate in his gas tank last night, apparently. I'm not saying they did it, but I'm just saying, bro, you pissed off
Somebody
a
put a
lot of
Snicker in that nigga
motherfuckers.
gas tank.
Well, um, Martin made a red flag post like, I can't get a babysitter, red flags. And the single moms that have problems getting babysitters for, hey, that's not funny. Like they was laughing at everything else he was saying.
Hey.
But when I tell you them motherfuckers was hot, he was like, well, this is just ignorant. And obviously the people that are laughing at this have support systems. Like they took it
The real
deep,
far.
deep, deep,
If-
like undiscovered ocean deep. That's how deep the motherfuckers went with it. Like they were pissed. Yes, they were heated, la la. See, talking about some you'll do it again. See, that's why you sitting up here digging Snickers out of your shit now. But yeah, they were pissed.
They got a babysitter for that day.
And he comes on and throws more fuel on the fire to say, well, y'all sitting up here pissed and shit. How about y'all just have babies with niggas that'll keep their kids? Like, bro, can you stop poking the bear?
He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. That's an astute observation.
Yeah. So this nigga just yeah. Watch y'all backs. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause I mean, now me, I've never had the issue because we know how my mom spent way more time with her grandkids than with me growing up. Shit. Because I was always with my grandma. So I haven't, had that issue. But I'm also not See, Keish, you done fuck with Tone so much he don't even want to bite his food in the camera.
Hey, hey, when I seen that motherfucker fell apart, he was like, "Yeah, let me back up just like I am well. I can't eat it like this on camera."
Yeah, and I really don't understand it. But also, I think a lot of women have babies with niggas that they don't trust to keep their damn kids. Like,
So,
they don't trust him to do it.
so you trusted him to sleep around
I have no idea. Like, how do you get that shit out?
naked meat, but you don't trust this nigga to watch his own child.
Oh, a screwdriver. Well, okay. Now, in my case, I did not plan on getting pregnant, obviously.
I don't think
And I had
anybody plans
already
on it.
left at the when I found out I was pregnant, I had already broke up with him and left. But y'all also know how I feel about abortions.
Nah, fam.
I don't my mom almost aborted me. That's not something that I can do. I don't judge anybody else for them. That's just my personal reason why I can't have one because I almost didn't make it in this motherfucker. So, I think about me and how I've grown into shit and I want to give my babies a chance. So that's it. But um you know that with Tony with his drinking, that wasn't a nigga that I would have planned to have a kid with because when we broke up, that nigga had just went from here to all the way down here.
What is the effect that you have on these gentlemen?
It ain't me. You talking
Yeah.
like I'm fucking Erica Badu or some shit.
I don't know. You might be because some niggas seem to be doing, moderately decent.
Nah, that
life.
nigga cousin moved here from California and probably had that pack on him. That's what the fuck that was.
Oh my.
So
The crack pack.
he had something because that nigga went from being well groomed and dressed, and that nigga appearance was everything. He was actually pretty cocky and spending money and expensive dates and just like everything was cool. And then this nigga went to sleeping in the fucking Rubbermaid tote bin and stealing electricity from his neighbors.
He was asleep in a Rubbermaid.
I went over there and it was lined with a blanket, and I didn't think nothing of it until I saw the pillow stuffed in there. I said, bro.
How you get in there?
So apparently, like if the Rubbermaid tote bin is, at this angle, like rectangular. So he had to like have his head and body and then like his legs hanging out the top like this type shit. That's the only way I could picture it. But yeah, like at that point, had like pre-crack Tony, because I'm that nigga keeps saying he like, man, it's fucked up. You thought I started doing drugs. I said, bro, did you see yourself? Like you went from one of the cleanest man, like he used to be just so handsome and well put together. The nigga went to work every day. He was responsible. Like all the boxes were checked. And then all of a sudden you go to sleeping in a Rubbermaid tote, stealing electricity and wearing bubble jackets. No. Something happened.
I felt like Tony had
something happened.
I felt like bro had a closet full of Pellies and Havana Joes.
Yeah.
I hope
So
not.
Hey, Havana Joes used to be the shit.
Yeah, so we go
didn't say
refer to
it
him
wasn't, I
as
just said I
pre-crack
hope
Tony.
not.
So pre-crack Tony, yes, he would have been allowed to keep our daughter on his own. But after that decline and with his drinking and all of that kind of shit, no, he wouldn't have been
Nah,
able to
fam.
keep her.
Pre-crack.
So,
Is that the PC era?
and I hate that because I always find out that I'm pregnant after the fact. When I'm like, you know what, this ain't for me. Never mind. God be like, draw 4.
Man, you could have challenged it.
Like when you lose, they give you extra cards, bro.
So she challenged you to end up with twins. Sometimes you just gotta take what you get at that moment, bro.
Yeah.
No one to hold them.
Yeah, like I'm not doing that.
Dog,
But
could
yeah,
you imagine twin Rees?
but like I was saying, like if a nigga came up here and brought me something to eat, he would expect something sexual in return. Okay. And you bringing me something to eat, the meal you bring will probably be like it'll be less than $20, whatever food you decide to bring me. Cause you're not going to no actual restaurant and bringing me some shit. You go bring me some type of fast food, or even if you do go get like some catfish fillets or something, that might be like $15. Either way, the value of the meal that you were bringing me with the drink
Does not equate.
is going to be less than $20. But you feel like because you did that
You did you a solid.
and spent some money
Just a little bit.
that you were entitled to some ass, like that I should give you some ass for that.
Or at least some head.
Wow.
But again, these are always the same niggas that are complaining when women say that they're not fucking nobody that's not doing nothing for them. You don't want to do nothing for nobody that you're not fucking or that's not giving you no pussy. And that's fine. That that's okay. But you don't put it together that it's literally the exact same thing. We are prostitutes and hoes and got it fucked up to think that a nigga should have to spend anything before we get in some ass. But it's okay for you to be like, oh well, shit, nigga, I spent $17.32 on these motherfucking catfish steaks, bitch. You finna bust it open.
Oh my.
That's pretty cheap.
That's terrible.
Yes.
That is not the going rate right now.
Folks, I still haven't figured out what the going rate
Well,
is.
what is the going rate?
It's definitely not a catfish dinner.
Hey, Keish, where you at? You an old hoe.
Jesus Christ.
You've been around for a while.
Dog, I need to get that big job. Damn, because
You
that's
need
the
to
only
get it-
one that fits.
Get it to work.
Yeah, but I don't know. I hate seeing that. Like, look, you go pay for the pussy, you're not gonna pay for the pussy. You go sell the pussy, you're not gonna sell the pussy. Just do whatever you go do and shut up about it. Shit. So a question was posed, and obviously, we've both dealt with.
Stupid people.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, Tone is in this factor too, but I mean, as far as like, because you don't have any kids, you are still able to give your opinion just based off your relationship with your dad. You can give your
Fuck
opinion.
him.
Yeah, you can give
But
your
continue.
opinion based off of your relationship with your dad and actually being a father now. But
Yay.
the question was asked, is it better to have an inconsistent father or an absent father?
Shit. Who the fuck asked this? Was a nigga deciding whether or not he wanted to be partially in his kid's life or just say fuck it, I'm out? Cause that's a rough ass question.
Okay,
Period.
so
I guess
I'm not sure, but what I think sparked this question come up like at this moment, there is a video, a couple of videos, a lady posted on social media regarding her daughter. She left her child's father when I think she was only like 2 weeks old or something like that. I don't have like the full backstory on that part, but bottom line, 10 years passed. He had never seen his daughter. She surprised her daughter by flying her out to whatever. She thought she was going to a sleepover or something. Took her to the hotel. Her dad was, oh no, he flew in. So she was taking her to a hotel. The daughter thought that she was going to a sleepover, but it was actually to meet her dad for the first time. So he was real, like, nonchalant, and like it's not what you would really expect him to be like. But you can see, like, she was excited. She started crying right away. He didn't try to, like, he didn't really try to interact with her how a lot of people would assume he would. But it's been 10 years. They fucking strangers. I can say that how the little girl in the video reacted is how Tony felt Jelly Bean should have reacted. And Jelly Bean wasn't going for that shit.
The fact that Tony felt that way.
Fucking for what?
Because he feels like no matter what, he's her dad, so she should have love and respect for
my
him.
biological father in 33 years.
This isn't a neither question, because we obviously know that both are fucked up and neither should fucking happen. But
you gotta pick one of the lesser of two evils.
I wish that motherfucker would be like, "You not excited to see me, bitch?" No.
Law says, so
Who
just
the fuck
keep breaking
is
my
you?
baby's heart, huh? I think completely absent is better, and that's me.
Facts.
That's my take on it.
I agree, because I'd rather you not be in my life at all then you be half-assing, and then it be a really important moment
All
that I
right.
feel like my dad should be here for, and then you fucking flake.
Now,
All
and
right,
When
now,
I
I've
hold
said
see
on.
you, I'm
I've
approaching you
Hold
with
said
on.
these
this
I
for
hands.
got I
years.
got one question. He's not in my life, but do we have access to him? So like if I go to my grandma, she can tell me where he is. Or he just gone.
It just says absent,
Okay.
so he's not
If he's just
involved.
gone.
You're if he's absent,
He's
absent versus inconsistent. Inconsistent would be what you're talking about. You can have access to him or here and there and do whatever, but absent is just he's not fucking with you at all.
See,
It don't matter if he lives 2 houses down. He don't fuck with
you
you.
don't know the
That's absent.
definition of absent?
no, I'm because the inconsistent can be like he comes around, he tries to be a dad, him and my mom get into it, then he go disappearing for another 7 years. Then he comes back and tries again. I look at that as inconsistent.
It
That's
Absent.
the
don't matter if he's
definition.
popping in and out. It's inconsistent,
No.
nigga,
But
regardless of the
he can
reason.
be good because this is
If
what
he's here
this is
and
the
not
reason
here,
why
it's
I'm asking
inconsistent.
that.
It's cut and
This
dry,
is the
bro.
reason why I'm asking
Are
that
you
because
answering your own question within the question you are asking?
no, yes
Because
and no,
that's
yes
how
and no.
Are you
But then-
high?
No, because what I'm saying is that was a situation with me and my dad. He wasn't around. He wasn't trying to be around, but we knew where he was. So if I needed him, I can go to him. But because I felt like he was a bitch ass nigga because he was raising everybody else and never came where I wasn't putting forth the effort.
So he was absent.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm asking. Do you consider asking? Like I can go get him if I want to. Like, hey, Dad, what to? Or well, no, that was before he started really, hoeing in the streets. Then I didn't know who the fuck was your woman at this time.
That nigga was absent.
Yeah, he
You
was
was the
absent.
inconsistent son. You would just go get him.
And
when
I
you
think
needed
that's how he felt about it too. Like I didn't come around.
him. Kayla says, right now, an absent parent is better for my son because if his dad was around, it would be toxic and unsafe. Now,
And that's why I'm
I
gonna
have
pick
long-
absent too.
I have long stood on the fact that an absent parent is better than an inconsistent parent. And this is since I was a child because my cousin had never met her father. Now that she is an adult, she has only been able to connect with her dad within the most recent years. And they're actually close now. Like, he's a good dad to her. Him not being there wasn't on his account, and her being older and knowing that now, I think is shit like that can create, a lot of resentment. But I've always told her that I envied the fact that she didn't know her dad, like know who he was
Right.
at all, had never met him. And she used to think that I was crazy. And I'm like, I would rather not feel anything at all towards my dad than knowing that I had the relationship that I had with my dad and he chose to abandon me the way that he did. And now he kind of picked me up and put me down like like how when you're around kids, this toy is sitting here, nobody's fucking with it. But then when this kid comes to play with a toy,
That's
all of a
mine.
sudden this kid wants to come and take the toy and play with it. But then when this kid goes to find another toy to go play with, this motherfucker say fuck it and go back to doing what it's doing. I feel like that's how my father was. My dad, when I was younger, didn't give a fuck about me unless it was something where he had to put me on display. Like if family relatives were out of town and shit, because everybody were so used to us having this very strong bond and relationship. They live in fucking Louisiana or wherever else. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know the dynamics of our family now. So having to continue to put on this role as being the perfect father to me, then all of a sudden I'm invited to family functions or doing whatever else because if I'm not there, people are questioning, well, shit, where Tamika at? So I just felt growing up that I would have rather not know my dad at all versus having the inconsistent relationship that I had with him. Like you either want to be here or you don't. Um, and for me, I feel like with inconsistencies in parenting, you can create a lot of self-esteem and just questioning a self-worth at that point because it's like insert Will Smith quote, like, how come you don't want me, man? Like you come in, then you leave out again. Like, and then when they leave again, it's like, well, was it something that I did? Was it, when they leave when you're young, like as just never been around at all, it's different because it's like, oh, you was just a bitch ass nigga from jump, bro. Like, all I could do was slob and poop. I really couldn't do nothing to you. But as you're older, you know, and the motherfuckers popping in and out, you're thinking like, well, was it something that I did or that I could have done better, or am I a bad daughter? Or, there are just a lot more thoughts for you to have as you're older and you dealing with a motherfucker popping in and out. Furthermore, it also teaches you, not in every case, obviously everybody handles things differently, but it does have the potential to teach you that it's okay for people to do that to you, to come in. And I mean, that's something that y'all have watched me deal with for the past, what, 3 years? Popping in and out and inconsistent shit and then being okay with it. Like, I don't know. I would have rather my dad not be there at all. And that is something that I've had to talk to Amaya's father about and tell him, like, look, nobody is twisting your arm to make you be a father. You have been gone for all of these fucking years. But what you are not going to do is keep coming in, making all of these promises like you go do this shit, and then you disappear again. And
Big
that's why
facts.
Jelly Bean feels the way that she feels now.
She's sick of
Because
your shit.
she was over the inconsistent shit. You'll pop up, call, hey baby, and I'm sorry and I want to apologize. I know I ain't been, being a good father and whatever, but I'm gonna start calling you more and I'm gonna send you stuff next week. I'll get your mama info to send you some money for your birthday, and then you disappear again. And you've been doing that for years. So then when she finally gets to that point of like, you know what, nigga, you on bullshit, fuck you, I'm out. Now all of a sudden you want to try to hold her accountable for that as a child. Let's see. Courtney, inconsistent causes repeated heartbreak for most children because they get their hopes set high and then get let down. Well, being absent, you know what to expect despite it still hurting. Exactly. Exactly. So, mom, what you dealing with a completely absent dad? Like,
What if he showed up one day?
not now in your adulthood, not now,
He just be a nigga that showed up.
Like
not
in your
now in your
40s.
adulthood, but like, how do you? I mean, it's obviously hypothetical, but how do you think that you would have handled that had he come back like sometime during your teenage years and tried to be a dad?
I don't know. Probably would have just still been a nigga that showed up.
You just some nigga.
It's a difficult thing.
Would you have called him Roger or whatever his government name is?
Yeah, he more. He for sure would have been Damien.
Just Damien.
Since I've been like after I got admitted to the hospital, um I think it took, I don't know if that was like a wake up call for my dad, but usually stuff for my dad is a wake up call temporarily. My grandmother passed back in, what was that, end of March, and him losing her was, and I got to start slowing down and, spending more time with you and my grandbabies. And, we go start having like weekly dinners and blah, 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 blah. We still haven't.
I was just want to say like, how's that weekly dinner thing
Yeah.
going?
But after I got really, really sick like that back in August and I was in the hospital for those weeks, I think that was like, damn, like I almost lost my firstborn type shit. I really need to get it together. So now he does. My dad calls me every single morning now, like every single day. My dad hits me up. He was just by today. I told y'all about the fucking dog getting fleas. He was just in the backyard today. He went and bought some shit and sprayed the yard to kill whatever is out there. But he is a lot more involved now. But it's like I'm almost 40, bro. I'm 37. Shit, my oldest will be fucking grown next year, and he doesn't have a bond with them either. But yeah, just in my opinion, I do feel like being an absent parent is better than being an inconsistent parent. But either way, you suck dick for both. Both of you
You
niggas
do.
suck.
They're both wrong.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
I-
obviously, they're both situations that no child should have to deal with whatsoever, because no matter what you say, parents need both of their kids. Like just having that. And you might feel like, well, I'm a single mom, but I do everything. I buy them everything and and I show them love or whatever. Like, yeah, that's great. So do I. But that don't mean that when we're out and you see other kids having relationships with their fathers and just that whole family dynamic and shit, that your kid don't be feeling some type of way. I know because I felt some type of way when I saw it. Like, yeah, I was cool. My mom, I didn't want for a fucking thing. But I miss having a fucking dad. I still needed a fucking dad. I had everything under the sun except my fucking dad, and that's what I needed.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Hold on.
Me, actually, all three of us this table, we grew up with the benefit of stepdads. How much of having a stepdad filled in that void for you?
You said what?
How much of having a stepdad fill in your void of needing a father figure? Or were you still yearning for it to be the actual man that
Well,
helped
it
create
didn't
you?
because I mean, first of all, he was a deadbeat to his own kids.
And that was gonna be my next part to it.
I'm just stating
No,
facts.
because that was gonna be my next part
So
about stepdads who are everything to their stepkids and absentees.
well, he wasn't shit to me
to the
either.
birth.
We was all we
Well,
was, we
damn,
was,
you don't work. What
we
about
was-
you, Juan?
we was fist wiping. No, so okay.
Well,
So
damn,
my
every
mom,
answer you giving me is shitty. So
no, my mom has only been in 3 relationships.
There goes that Hallmark moment.
She was with my dad. They were high school sweethearts. So they were together, almost 20 years. Then she got with another guy, Craig. Craig was my mom's Russell Wilson, okay?
Hey, Craig was cool as fuck.
Craig was my mom's Russell Wilson. The problem with that, like, because he didn't have any kids either. But they ran into the same problem that I deal with dumbass with the family thing. That was their problem. So
just
they
history
felt like
repeating
because
itself.
my mom had, me and my sister, he didn't have any kids and they wanted him to date, I guess it was like some church lady or something.
Somebody without a kid.
It was a lot of, it was a lot of interference there. And my mom felt like even with their relationship and the bond and, everything that they had, that it was just something that she didn't want to deal with. I understand that now as I'm older because of the situation that I had. But back then it's like, bro, you really took away a decent dad that was like, he checked off all of the fucking boxes.
And he looked like dude from Boys to Men.
No, he didn't.
A little bit.
He didn't pick his hair, but yeah, but like he was fucking amazing. Like he was a provide because he was at Frito-Lay like forever, but he was
bringing them big ass boxes
Yeah.
of the hot puffs.
everything. So we used to have all these things like free chips and shit. And what did I go to school and do? Sell them all. So it was 100% profit because I wasn't buying none of that shit. But no, like he was
Cracking.
attentive and he was romantic. Like the way that I saw him treat my mom, the way that he came in treating me and my sister, and he was fun. You know what I mean? Like he was the kind to sit down and he bought us a PlayStation, like to sit down and play video games with you and shit. Like to take you bowling and arcades. And like I said, like I feel like that was my mom's Russell Wilson.
Did you ever go looking for him when you got
But then
older?
she went from that to my actual stepdad. And it's like, this nigga has a track record for being physically abusive to every woman that he's dealt with. I was going to high school with one of his ex's daughters, and she was telling me about the shit that she was dealing with. And it's like my mom just wasn't hearing me. But at that point, I'm like, you know what?
So she went from Russell Westbrook to Future.
Yes,
and
hers
not
was
the
in
other way.
reverse. That's exact because he got a lot of kids. So she went from Russell Wilson to Future. Good job, Tom. Good job. Because that was, that's exactly what my mom did. Only thing is, Future has money.
And this guy didn't have any.
No.
He could cook though.
Yeah. So,
This nigga cooked his way into some pussy.
Possibility.
But just that, with that middle one, having him back, that version of a stepdad, like I was so heartbroken when he left because it's like, dog, okay, I lost because he was after my dad.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I lost my dad and I finally opened up to be able to, warm up to somebody else. And it's fucking amazing. Like our relationship was amazing. And then now this is taken away from me. And then The fucking final stage is this nigga. He can't be a dad to his own kids.
Final boss.
I don't even think he liked kids because he was mad that we used to have kids around all the fucking time. So,
In Bison.
over the year, like, because our relationship as stepdaughter, stepdad, it's not a loving relationship. It's not.
It was very
It's
toxic.
basically just being cordial because, well, my mama ain't gonna get rid of you because she's settling. It is what it is. You here. And that's honestly, that's what it is between me and my step pops. Like,
It's the fact
I
that
have love for
it's
him
settling.
because even though he was a terrible fucking stepfather, he is an amazing grandfather to the girls. I have love for him for that. But it's just with our history, and like I said, I've said on the show several times, like me and this nigga done fist fought 3 times. I've watched the shit that my mom has gone through with him, and I honestly just felt like he wasn't worthy of my mama. In her state now, she's basically down where he like it just my mom isn't the same person that she was at the time where she was, up top and dealing with him. I felt like that nigga was way beneath her, and I really don't know how she got wrapped up with him. But now it's just like I said, shit had been over 20 years. It is what it is. That nigga came when I was graduating 8th grade and ain't left since.
Juan, how would you feel if the woman you love tells you she's just settling with you?
Why would she say that?
Because she feels like she's had better.
Oh,
So
well, then,
when-
bitch, I ain't the nigga you need to be with.
So she's just settling.
So you settling for me, and I'm gonna settle for nothing because this ain't gonna work.
Hold on, let me read some of these comments real quick.
I'm out.
So Kayla said it's hard when the dad is inconsistent with some of the kids, but not others. That's where I struggle with my siblings. They have a relationship with him, but I don't. He is absent at this point, shaking my head.
That was me, Kayla. So I agree
Yep,
with you.
and that's something that Monte actually just dealt with when his grandma passed and meeting his siblings for the first time, and he expressed, his frustration with that because they grew up with that and he didn't. So, and even with my dad, like my little sister is 16 years younger than me. She grew up with him in the household her entire life. He's still 100% active. Like she got to experience what I didn't. So I definitely understand. And don't get me wrong, because I love my little sister to pieces. That is my other little twin. Because my dad genes are strong as fuck for whatever reason. But it doesn't mean that I don't feel a type of way towards him because he was always there. Like she's never missed a day without him. Ever. Okay.
That was Corey. Corey had my dad like his whole life. So when my dad went and did his dad,
Is that the cop?
No. That's my stepdad's other kid.
Okay.
That's why I said when he had my younger brother Mikey, he's 100% all in on this side of the family. And it was like, well, you guys got a stepdad. You don't need me over here. You're good. I'm going to them.
Okay.
And that was like my whole thing because, yes, the cop, his sisters, and all them, they had a great stepdad. I love Big Rick. Big Rick is cool. And he's white. So that makes him even extra cool because I don't like white people.
Yeah, Reese said that she was like, I'm turning to Aunt Dim. She was like, I'm starting to hate white people. She said that at her game because her coaches pissed her
But
off.
when it comes to my other ones, like the exotic dancer one, her actual direct sister, my sister Kiki here, nowhere involved. But when it came to Kiki, he was that in and out with her. Like, I'll go check on her, I'll get you what you need, but I'm back over here. And she was like, well, when I need you and you can't come through, that's when it was like, you pick and choose your battles with me. You pick and choose when you want to be a dad with me. So I've seen it all.
Maybe he just didn't like you.
Oh, he loved all his kids. Don't get me twisted.
He didn't fuck with you, Tom.
No, then say it's impossible to state hypothetical. Some people will pray for the little shit we feel like ain't shit. Not really. I asked him how did he think he would react or feel. That doesn't have to be the actual way that he would do it. We say what we think we would do all the time, and we don't really know until we get in that situation. Just kind of putting into play, like at that point in your life, where you were, how your thought process was. This is how I feel like I may have handled that situation.
Yeah, low key, he'd have just been like a regular nigga named Damien. Cause like the void that most people go looking for, I don't feel like I had to fill it. Cause for a long time, JD didn't have kids. So whenever he wanted to do something, all right, let me call Mark. Let me see if Mark can do it, or if Mark want to go, because I was, my mama's only child.
My dad's brother, Uncle Carl.
Right.
That was Uncle Pops, dog. Like,
right. So I did everything with JD, and then I spent a lot of time with Pooh. So I was always around Richard. Now he wasn't the greatest father figure for any of us, but he did shit that looked at like.
That's because the nigga was like fucking 19 when we met him.
He's a fucking low key. He's the biggest man child I've ever met.
No, but he was literally young. He was literally young.
Yeah, he was. So like all that cool
like
shit.
They was really fucking teenagers when they started. I think I need to go through these fucking calendars real quick because we might got some R. Kellys in our family.
We might, yeah. All them niggas was young. It was like 19.
Cause I'm
20.
Yeah, I need to look at these age gaps.
Right. So like, as far as stepdad, like he did all the fun shit. Like he didn't mind packing the kids up and driving to wherever because he's the AAU coach.
Where's the stepdad? The step parent day at?
Huh?
Like we have Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Step parent day?
Step parents need a day, fam. I feel like they deserve a day.
I feel like if you're doing shit that
to this day, like when Father's Day rolls around, my kids hit Marvin and they hit that other one. Well, Jelly Bean hit the other one.
The fact that he has no name.
Yeah. But my kids always, Marvin gets Happy Father's Day. I haven't dated Marvin since 2018. No, end of 2017. Because we started dating in 2016.
Damn,
so that was December of 2017 that me and Marvin haven't been together. And it is damn near December of 2021. So we've been broken up for almost 4 years. And him and my kids, like, that's still they other dad to them.
It's been that long?
Yeah. So, with Jelly Bean, she got him the little gift. Like it was a dad man shirt with the So, that's their thing. So I definitely commend anybody that is out here loving on, providing for, and taking care of kids that aren't theirs, because these kids need that, man. And even if
just don't put yours on the back,
even if their biological parent is involved and you still doing that, like, I really hate when niggas make this dumbass statement like, man, I don't need no nigga to do it. I'm there for mine. Like, why would you want to deprive your kids from extra love? I want my kids to have as much love as fucking possible. Reed's daddy is married, okay? And if she's loving on my kid like I do, but she don't need to be doing this and doing that. I'm her mama. I'm here. I can do this. Like,
why?
The more the fucking merrier, okay?
Right.
We grew up with a whole takes a village, but now you niggas is too fucking prideful to let somebody else do for your kid.
Man.
Grow up.
I don't have that problem at this current moment.
Kayla said her stepdad filled her void. Dino says, in this wild ass world, a father figure is the most important part. Rather, the kids have a positive environment with another man than us arguing every day just so they see the mama and daddy together. Definitely agree.
That was one of the toxic
staying
mistakes.
Together and seeing that toxic shit that's no dice, man.
That was one of the problems with the older generation. They not happy, but they staying together for the kids. So as soon as the kid turn 18 years old, they get in a divorce and they like, what the hell?
And Dina says family has a new definition now. Absolutely. I built mine.
Big fact. Ain't no such thing as a
my family. Most of my family don't share my blood. I built my family. The only ones that share my blood is in my household and this nigga right here.
No, he was in your household at one point.
I'm talking about currently.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't. My family was built from the ground up.
We should do a couple episodes from the couch. We haven't done it in a while.
So there's no room. It's dicks all over my living room.
Bro, can you get your dicks in order?
I can't, because my mom uses every fucking space of my house, basement, and garage as her fucking personal storage unit. I don't have room for my own shit. That's my biggest problem. Like, bro, you're not even gonna use this shit.
Is your mother a hoarder?
Yes.
She's definitely a hoarder.
She's a hoarder. Bro, I am 37, okay? There are stores that ain't even open. Does Sears still have stores?
Bro, I don't even think
Sears is still here.
Why the fuck does she still have receipts from Sears, bro? This was like Christmas of 86. Why is this still in a plastic bag?
Maybe your mama need that fetch.
Like, they're not going to tried to charge your card again after all these years. Whatever the fuck you think is gonna go on,
I don't
that
even.
you still have this fucking receipt.
I don't
You
even thi-
can't return it.
I don't think
Throw
you,
it away.
I don't think you can Google Sears.
I don't.
And if you is,
Hold on.
Or it's like a merger or something.
some Google search, nigga, why are you looking for this? That's exactly what's
I
going
don't even remember Sears logo. Wait, yes, I do. They had the lines through the words, I think.
All I remember was the softer side of Sears when they were trying to.
Oh,
rebrand.
Sears sold everything, and you can get your pictures taken.
That's where it started at.
They have a website.
Yeah,
But do they have actual stores?
I don't think they have actual
No, there's no
stores.
stores.
I think they online only.
As of August 16th, 2021, there are 34 Sears stores remaining.
Ain't none in Wisconsin.
But we note below the ones soon closing and will work to keep this list maintained rapidly as closures happen.
Hey, they sell PlayStations. I wonder if they got any in stock.
Okay, so the last remaining Sears store in Illinois will actually close on her birthday this fucking year, November 14th.
Yeah, we didn't need it.
But yeah, it's just like the shit that she keeps is so.
Don't knock Sears, because when that Christmas catalog came out, every kid was sitting there flipping through them pages, bruh.
Family is the people that love you and prove it even when y'all don't agree. Yep. That's how I learned a lot of
blood makes you related.
Not too much on the mama film. No, fuck that. I'm sick of her and her shit. Literally. Like there's just stuff everywhere for no reason. For no fucking you do not need all of this, especially because I've given her the opportunity to move out, and she clearly don't want to fucking move out, because why would she? I pay for everything. So you know that you're not gonna move out into your own spot. Why do you need all of this shit as if you're going to move and take it to a new house with you? Sell it. So if y'all get to seeing a whole bunch of Mimi Dinkins has posted on marketplace posts, just mind your business. That's me hawking her shit because I'm tired of it taking up all my fucking space. Like I literally, my entire living room, it's not a fucking living room anymore. It's literally a storage unit. My couches are full of boxes of inventory. I have a big ass 6-foot table set up because this is where my laptop, my label printer, and I do all of my shit when I'm packaging and everything. That's set up because I have to get my orders out. I can't do it in the basement because all of her shit is in the fucking basement. I have boxes of inventory under this table. I have boxes of inventory lined up against the wall by the front door. I don't have room for anything in my own fucking house.
So you don't have a house, you have a warehouse. Well, has she ever thought about getting a storage unit?
She has one.
That's a damn shame.
She has a storage unit. And I don't understand, because the shit that's in the storage unit, you're not going to fucking use because you're not going to get a house. You don't need this bedroom set. You don't need this kitchen table. You don't need none of this shit because you're not going to get your own fucking crib again.
Yeah, she got to throw some.
Hey, let's move on before I like
this,
my blood pressure go up. I feel like I'm turning pink and shit.
This kind of got like went the wrong rabbit hole.
Maybe that's a lot. What about boundaries, girl?
She threw boundaries away years ago.
Girl. Honestly, I get guilt tripped a lot.
How you gonna ask somebody about boundaries who ain't got none?
I get guilt tripped a lot because with her, my mom has like a lot of health issues, right? A lot. And I always have this thing where knowing that she is literally the only piece that I have, like once my mom is gone, that's it. Because I already explained to y'all, like, when my relationship with my dad is like, I don't fuck with her side of the family at all. I don't talk to my dad's side of the family like that. Like, when she's gone, it's me, the girls, and these niggas. That's it. So knowing that she has the health issues that she has, and with me not having anybody outside of her, it really be hard not to just stick it to her.
So what you're saying is, if you had another reliable parent, you'd have been did something about this?
No, if she wasn't sick and it wasn't to the point like, now, bro, now
if she could recover from whatever
what if, I do this and then something happened to her? I'm gonna carry that shit.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's really what it is.
It would definitely be all your fault.
So I stick it to it.
Say no, you just saw fam. They ain't no guilt trip. No, they've seen me go.
Nah, fam. She done pulled some shiesty shit.
Like me and my mom, trust when we were in our own separate cribs and shit, and like when she was in better health, like nigga, me and my mom would go without talking for over a month plus. Cause I'm like, nigga, fuck you. Fuck you. Like it was she has her mom, she's a Scorpio, bro. But now it's just she's literally all like my granny gone, her mom gone. Like I don't she all I got. And as much as she pisses me off, and I really be wanting to just like, you know how when you kick the cat out the house and shit on cartoons and they ass be like sliding on the pavement, I be wanting to do that to her. But then it's like I said, I feel like the moment I finally get fed up and be like, all right, fam, you gotta go. Something gonna happen, and then it's just that's gonna fucking kill me. So yeah.
Why don't you move out there?
That was the
When
whole
I get
plan.
the money.
Right. That was the whole plan of going to California.
When I get the money.
But she got
Better than being in cancer. They're all
Hey, first of all, bro,
they're all on the same level to me.
Fuck you.
That was just random.
And this is just in order.
That's rude as
This
fuck.
is in order of how they come up because they all fucking suck to me. Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio. Those three can go straight to hell.
Hey,
Do not
fam.
pass go. Do not collect $200.
Excuse me. Cancer sitting right here.
The other brother's a Scorpio.
And I clearly don't give a fuck.
And the other nigga's a Gemini.
And I'm a Sagittarius.
Y'all just creepy, freaky, and weird. That's the only thing I get from y'all.
Tone, do you own like a 6-foot tub of Vaseline?
No.
Okay, start I'd ask.
Twan does, and
I
he's a
can get away with
Sagittarius.
it. 'cause
That's why I asked.
I can get away with it because I have kids and they have hair and all that stuff.
He's got children too.
Yeah, see, Cancer shit, rude ass crybabies.
You
How did we get here?
Fuck you.
We didn't just.
Oh no, because I was talking about my mom being a Scorpio and just pushing past boundaries.
I'll send you my address so you can ship me those shirts.
What?
Somebody asked if your 14-year-old asks for a vibrator, would you buy it for him?
I think I saw that on TikTok.
And
what the fuck for?
I know a lot of people were
that's wild.
Somebody that shared it on my feed. They were like, if my 14-year-old asks for a gun, would I get it for him? I'm like, well,
would you? Some niggas do.
Look, I am one of those parents. I'm a felon, so I can't. I fully support our kids being young and learning gun control and like how to prep, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish I could fucking take my kids to the gun range and show them shit younger. So by the time when they older, they mastered all of this shit. I told y'all, I always wanted to be a sniper. Like I've always been obsessed with snipers and shit like that and sharpshooters. Like that is, man, that is so amazing.
Dude, his videos be popping. They don't pop up no more. But they used to.
Now I want to watch I want to watch Shooter.
They used to pop up on my Facebook, and he would be schooling his kids on like gun control, but he will also be like homeschooling them like some real life.
Big black dude.
He wasn't black. He was more like your complexion.
No, I'm saying it's a black guy, but he's like a bigger guy. And this
gang of tattoos.
Yeah.
But he's the smartest. Like I just sit there and listen to him. He's smart as fuck.
Yeah.
And like
homeschool them, teaching the guns and all. Man.
Like she would be like reciting like U.S. presidents and the Constitution while loading and unloading this big ass assault rifle. I'm like, fam, she ain't. What the fuck going on here?
But when you look at all these videos of all these white kids,
when the war pops off, fam, they gonna
like,
be ready.
She definitely gonna be ready.
All right, you're gonna be ready.
She gonna unload the chopper.
They teach them white kids how to handle guns so young, and I feel like we need to start doing the same. Now,
look, fam, I don't do my kids' hair.
Not Lil Pookie showing his brother, you know what I'm saying, how to just rob niggas and shit. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, as far as like with actually teaching them gun safety, how to handle, how to shoot and everything, not just putting a gun in their hand and say, here, go run wild. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, she definitely could.
Who said anything about putting Vaseline in kids' hair?
I was talking and I said, bro, I could have when I got girls, I got hair, I need to be done all kind of shit.
Please don't glad that shit in their hair, bro.
I don't do their hair.
Now I'm finna bring them
Maybe I want
motherfuckers
to
to you
grease
now.
their
Is he
edges
talking to
when they
you
get
about your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was catching up, and y'all be having side comments, so sometimes
No,
the
we
comments
just
don't be matching.
they don't. Sometimes your conversations be awkward, and we
Yeah,
gotta
but
change the vibe for a minute.
that question can go either way because, as we know, kids are fucking a lot sooner now. You know what? We can't even really say that because our grandparents, bro, they had whole fucking families and shit at the age of 14. I'm pretty sure by 14, Granny had at least 4 of them 21 kids and shit. So I can't even say they're fucking sooner. Um, but at the age of 14, with the amount of shit that kids are exposed to now and knowing that they have the potential to go out and fuck a little nappy head boy and get pregnant at 14, it's like, okay, do you want to try to deter them from having sexual thoughts altogether, which they're 14, they have hormones? Or
Relations.
do you want to take that opportunity to have a healthy conversation about sex and masturbation with them and deter them from trying to go out and find out on their own? And the boy convincing them like they be trying to do us on Facebook. Oh shit, you don't need no toy, you just need me.
Okay.
Like which road do you travel down on that?
I'm gonna just show my kids 2 girls, 1 cup.
I'm just gonna be like, look,
Why do you still know how to find it
I'll
though?
be like, this can happen to you if you don't stop.
That has absolutely nothing.
But
I've
when they,
never watched the video
but
because
when
I
they,
knew what it was about up front, so I just avoided it.
but when they see that shit, that's some shit.
And this is how you end up
It's a scare
with,
tactic.
with kids that turn into whores.
Now, what if your kid end up being one of them kids with a scat kink?
Oh damn, yeah, that could backfire.
Yeah, you know all that. You know all that weird shit you look up. It's normal to them.
Hey, as long as you don't sit at the breakfast table and get to telling me about the Kentucky Klondike bar.
That's your fault. See, the fact that you know that. Why do you want to know these things, bro? You are
I
disturbed.
don't. It's the people I follow on TikTok.
Did you not? You followed them.
Like
That's
I
all we
said,
have to say. You followed them.
as a parent that actually sells vibrators, I can't see myself giving one to Reed because I don't,
You would charge her?
like. I don't want to know. Like,
you gotta pay.
no, I feel like there are levels to it, and I didn't have that. So you finna go in there and rub your shit out with a hand like I used to until you get old enough. We can have this talk about masturbation and the feelings that you have being normal and everything else, but I don't know. I can't see going in my inventory like here. Give me a review on it so I can post it.
That might be a little weird.
Yeah. But at that point, if you're giving it to them, it's just, and me selling them. I don't know. It's just, I can't, because Reese, she says stuff a lot, but she always said, I can't wait till I turn 18 because she definitely eyeballing uh some straps of mine.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
What did I walk into? You walked into a conversation where we were asking it came up that if your 14-year-old asked you for a vibrator, what would you do? How would you handle it? Hey, I have no idea who this is because I'm not in a group. So as you see, I can't see your name.
I had the group up for a while, but everybody moved to your page when they seen you went live.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Kiva. Kiva the
Because
diva.
I
on the
guess for
Hoecially
maybe
station.
for me is that because I do sell them and I know like what they're capable of, and I don't like. It's like, okay, well, making recommendations to your 14-year-old. That's the hard part because when it comes to vibrators, I'm instantly gonna go in sales mode, and I don't want to do that.
But
Like, well, if you're looking for this type of sensation, like I can't.
but okay, at that
14,
point,
I don't
at
think
that point, you might as well just open the dialogue of conversation about what sex is and find out their
No, I don't know what I
Part-
would do low key.
that part of the spectrum.
Get them one. Yeah, because I'm not knocking anybody that would. Like I said, like if anything, regardless, I don't feel like you should get upset or, like, don't push them away with the conversation. I feel like that is the perfect opportunity for you to have a conversation with your teenager about sex, sexuality, masturbation, and all of that, and put everything on the table so that they do feel comfortable coming to you and talking to you about that kind of
I just
stuff.
want you
Because
to.
the worst thing in the world is you don't want your kid to shut you out, especially when it comes to shit like that. You want them to be able to come to you so that you can be proactive and help and guide them. You don't want them going into the world fucking blind.
I want
That's
you.
the kind
Is
of relationship I have with my
I want you
mom.
to
That's the kind of relationship I
understand
have with the girls.
that this is a
It's just
conversation
funny to me.
that could possibly happen to me in 6 years.
is this like smoking weed with your kid?
No one, because you're not gonna test toys with your kids. It's terrible.
But I'm saying though, it's kind of like the same premise. Like you want to be able to school your
Think
child.
about power. How Tasha was like, all right, you go sell dope and shit regardless. So if you go do it, I want you to do it right. I'm gonna show you how to do it. And a lot of people were upset about that part in the show because they're like, man, she's a terrible parent, whatever. But in her mindset, it's
Actually,
like, I can't stop you from doing it. I know you hard headed. You're gonna do this regardless. So since I can't stop you
I'm gonna tell
from
you how to
doing
do it
it,
right.
I'm going to do what I can do to protect. Since I can't protect you from doing it altogether, I'm going to protect you in the best way that I can, and at least help you avoid these dangers of doing it
Right.
because I don't want
Meanwhile,
to see nothing happen to you because
meanwhile, on
you're gonna do it
raising
regardless.
Canaan, his mom don't even want him nowhere near the game, and he out here trying to do it, and he putting out bad drugs that's killing people.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that.
I'm sorry.
Right. But I'm saying
I
though,
thought you would have
like
caught up to that one at least
We
by
just had
now.
a whole conversation about how I don't catch up on
No,
TV.
but I thought that you were part of the world at the time it was on air.
No, I
so
don't
it's
catch
not
up
the
on
same.
TV.
What?
Smoking weed and a sex toy.
I guess because you can actually do it with your kid while having a conversation with weed.
Even if we don't smoke together,
Well,
I
maybe
just
because it depends on what state you are. I was going to say because
I
some
would
places are
I
weird and it is
it's
actually illegal.
it's
to-
kind of like the theory of like, well, if this is something that you gonna do, no matter how many times I tell you not to do it, you're still gonna do it. I would rather I show you like, all right, well, don't smoke a blunt that you didn't
Well, I
see
mean,
get
that's like
rolled
I'm
up.
no fucking.
Okay, I'll give you.
Shit
Yeah, okay,
like
I'll give
that,
you
or
that.
like let me
But,
educate you
see,
on
because
what I know of weed. There's indicas and sativas.
I
One's a
guess I
upper,
look
one's
at
a
it, there.
downer.
There's a
Like,
dangerous side to weed. There's not an immediate dangerous side to playing with a sex toy.
but I feel like with anything you do, there's
Well, I
always
mean,
room
that's
for
like
education.
I'm no fucking dummy. Rhea 16. Rhea probably cuss as much or more than I do. She can't
Probably.
cuss in front of me though. Just because I know that she do it outside of my presence doesn't mean that I'm just gonna give you full permission to go buck wild in my face.
You're not gonna
So
give it a
I guess
Kevin
it just
Hart
kind of
moment.
depends.
Cause you want to know what that little dumbass nigga did on his 18th birthday? That nigga walked in, he said, I cuss now, right? I was like, no, you jackass. I don't give a fuck if you 18. You don't
Oh,
cuss.
he
You
was-
don't cuss here
he was
in
ready to
front
cuss.
of mom where she can see it,
He was ready to
motherfucker.
cuss you out.
I wish he would.
He was ready to go
Nigga,
in on you.
November 14th, 2022, Ree probably go come out of her bedroom singing fuck, 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 just because, you know what I mean?
Like fuck this shit. I'm out.
I couldn't wait until I got old
You could
because I was holding a lot of shit in. I'm like, I can't wait because you motherfuckers be trying it. And as soon as I'm of age, I'm telling y'all what to kiss.
Being an adult is the most ghetto shit ever.
But I mean, even with the weed situation,
Adulthood is the worst hood to live
it's
in.
just some people, I think it's like motive. Like people would smoke weed with their
Every day.
kids just because they wanted to smoke weed and it had nothing to do with protecting their kids. It's not like a thing where when a nigga across the alley from us offered us a joint and it was clearly fucking rocks in there. The
Right.
sharp ass blunt, like he had laced it. So it's not a thing where parents are saying, well, if you're gonna smoke, I would rather you smoke with me because at least I know that this weed is safe. I'm not worried about somebody giving you something and something happening to you or you ending up strung out or whatever else. No, with those most parents that just smoke with their fucking kids is just because they fucking weed heads themselves and they want
Yeah.
somebody to smoke with and they really don't be paying attention and
And their kids got
doing
to
the shit with
connect
their
to
kids
probably
anyway.
the better weed.
Yeah.
It's just some activities I can't imagine doing with my mother.
Like I wouldn't smoke weed with the girls.
That's one of them. Like I'm 33 and she walked in yesterday while I was doing my shit and it just and we was having I'm like, it just looks awkward.
Feels
Like I'm a
weird.
grown man, but
Feels
hey,
weird
you
sometimes.
should know I'm in here doing it.
Feels
But
weird
then
when you
you look
find
at,
out Nana rolls up.
and that's like me. And look at my relationship and how open me and my mom are.
Too open.
Very. But even then, there's some shit that I just like me. I can't see sitting down and smoking with mom either. Like
Right.
even if she did smoke, I just like hit this shit. Like it's just
Like they walk in, you got some edibles in here? Like what? No, get the fuck out of my room, lady.
That's why my weed man better than yours.
okay. So one person said, I was just gonna say have that one-on-one and figure out where they are in their sex life and take
It's
it from
all
there.
Kiva.
Yep. Yes, listen, me and my BD just talked about smoking with kids or the time where we find weed on one of the kids and we agreed to just put them on game and just let it ride. They're gonna do what they want regardless, laughing but very serious. We did what we did as teenagers and may or maybe not getting over on our parents or the law. So all you can do is just tell you what I know. Yeah, like
Bro, that's where I'm at with it. Like if
And
Noah
I'm saying when
came
you said it like that,
and
that's what I
was
was like,
like,
yeah, you guess you
I
will
want
be.
to smoke weed or I want to try it, well, your first blunt gonna be with me. And if this is something you into, then all right, well, we just gonna school you on what it is.
So are you
because you know
are you
what?
gonna give him the best that you got, or you gonna start him off low on some reg?
I don't
Because you know what's
you don't
funny?
smoke what I'm smoking, motherfucker.
Little kid
You know what's
gonna
funny?
fall out.
We have all of this blowback, okay?
It's loud.
Because it's gonna be something else we'll talk
It's the
about.
loudest in the building.
But people always talk about how it's all this negative stuff on TV and the kids exposed and blah 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 blah. I don't know if anybody watches All American. I talked about how like I'm catching up and I'm on season
Your
3.
peoples watch it.
Bro, them kids drink more than I do and they in high school.
Nah, high school TV kids are the drunkest people on television.
Yes, to the point where you forget that they're fucking teenagers.
Yeah, you're right.
Like these motherfuckers when they started, like they were juniors.
And you be
Bro,
like,
you motherfuckers is always drunk, going to rehab and everything. Cause I just started season 3. Season 3 is just now their senior year.
Damn.
So I'm like, damn, the whole season 1 and 2, all you motherfuckers was doing was fucking and getting
partying,
drunk and partying and popping pills. And y'all were all high schoolers. But y'all
Ain't
don't have no problem with that
Ain't
being
these
on
them
TV.
rich uppity schools? Because that's usually all they do.
Now that's
No, it was the kids from
See, I don't watch the show, so I don't know how it is.
I feel like that's real high school life though, because I definitely was in like the 11th grade with some bitches who needed rehab.
Wow, I had bitches who were having their second kids.
hey,
Man, they haven't like you got 2 kids, you a junior, and this motherfucker's on crack. You need never in the history.
Why are niggas on cracking your age group, bro?
Well, first of all, I went to school on the South Side.
I'm just saying, bro. Like it was. That's something that I would say. That was the back end of the crack epidemic, nigga. You in the 2000s? Who fucking still doing crack?
He said he found out his daughters were smoking, so he went and got the strongest weed he could. And guess what? They don't smoke no more.
Are you not wrong?
You kind of are, bro. Because you don't know how that works.
He made him smoke the strongest shit he could find.
Like, dog, that's not.
Hey, look, and you gonna be out here. Look, this is what we're doing.
But
this is how you play the game.
That could have backfired on him because what if she would have been able to ride that wave? Now she's chasing that high again.
Now she's a smoker.
But no, she's chasing that high. Now she's moving on to the strong stuff because she already done handled this over here. Could have backfired. I'm glad it didn't.
I mean, it could have backfired. You know what? Honestly, though, I think even though I'm not a parent,
he said he outside.
All right, I'm gonna come to the door. I think as a parent, you don't go in with the intention that some shit gonna backfire because it's not on your mind. What's on your mind is to teach you this motherfucking lesson,
right?
And you need to learn from it. And then when it does backfire, you be like, "Oh, well, that didn't go my way."
Right? Because now this is all she wants.
So Kayla said the majority of her clients' parents drank with them, grown and not grown. Well, you know, in Wisconsin, that's legal for parents.
Yeah, as long as your kid, you can bring
and there's no actual age group on it. It don't say, well, they have to be at least 13 for you to drink with your kids.
Yeah, you can bring them in the bar with you,
and you could just, hey, bro, hard day at school, and this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I've always known that because, like, I've always been in bars since I was younger because my pops
Pops
hooped.
used to bring you.
Yeah, so when they would have their games, like they had a team bar that they would always go to, so I was always in there.
Dog, I'm mad about that now. I think about it.
Yeah, but
Niggas
I
just
just like there are just certain things that I feel that even if it's something that we don't want our kid doing, we have to tackle it in the right way.
you just gotta be realistic. They're gonna
Have
do
a
it.
conversation with them and don't just, well, I forbid you to do this. I mean, it's even like with the sex conversation, like I said, like I take every opportunity to discuss that because I want Reed to be prepared. I don't want her going into shit blind. I don't want her to get into this point where, well, my mom keep telling me I shouldn't do it or whatever. Because what the fuck does that do? That activates the do the opposite what my mom said switch. It's always been like that. Um, so yeah, I don't I make it my business to not just outright cuss him out and tell him, well, you better not be doing this. I bet not find out you smoking. I bet not find out you drinking and all this other little kind of shit. But I definitely have conversations with them. And I mean, they're like how I was. Like I had freedom when I was a kid. I had open conversations with my mom. And I wasn't doing a lot of shit. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna say like I didn't do anything. Like, yeah, I was going and kicking it with dudes and all that kind of shit, but
Right.
it wasn't we wasn't fucking and doing none of that kind of shit. It was just catching the bus to
Fucking,
go kick it with some
fucking.
boys at the park, and we might have said we was going to the mall, like some little shit like that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But it wasn't just I'm out smoking and drinking and fucking and doing all of this little kind of stuff and trying to sneak and get it over on my mom because I was able to talk to her about everything. When I was finally, I had a boyfriend and I was actually at that point where I'm like, damn, I think I want to have sex. Like I went to her and I talked to her. I told her, like, hey, matter of fact, it was Sweetest Day coming up. That's what's funny.
That's terrible.
I was like, Sweetest Day is Saturday. I think I want to whatever. And
So
you
you
know,
say you think Sweetest Day is coming up. I think I want to give him this box, and you went and sat down and had that conversation with your
I
mom.
said, "Ooh, I'm not looking forward to these conversations." I don't
I
think
don't
any
even,
parent
what's
does.
the crazy thing about it is I have two girls, so I don't expect them to come to me for that conversation. I mostly feel like we're gonna get the post why are boys like this kind of a conversation more so than the preventive one. But Teresa is not the best person to talk to about it either. Cause literally she was living her whole life. Me and her got together and we've just been together since then.
So she's not qualified to have those conversations
She's
because she
not
had a whole life.
qualified. She's not.
Because she had a whole life.
No, she only was having a whole life to be defiant to her parents.
Mm.
She never
But
really.
that actually makes it perfect because she knows what made her go that route.
True, but we're nowhere near like her parents. So her doing it,
Exactly. That's why it should be easier.
I don't think so.
Because
Because Lily loves love, so she'll find a boy be in love with her, and the boy will talk her into it, and she'll think it's the right thing to do. Nobody has ever talked Teresa into anything. She did it. She initiates everything.
because what I'm saying is,
Like I don't know. Maybe
you
it's just me
said
thinking.
you said your wife went through her whole stage out of defiance.
Right.
She needs to sit down and think about what made her want to be defiant. What was it about her parents that made her want to be
She was.
defiant?
She told me she was always the one being accused of being the bad kid when it could have been one of the other ones instead. So she was like, "Well, if you're going to constantly accuse me of doing things I wasn't doing, even when I wasn't doing it, I might as well do it." One of those situations. If you're gonna accuse me of constantly stealing money out your purse, fuck it. I'm just gonna start stealing money out your purse now.
Yeah. So then she knows not to do that to her kids.
And she doesn't. We don't.
Right. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I've said often, why I'm big as a bitch in the background.
I
Look,
know.
y'all. Look.
This camera do make all the fat show because I look way bigger than I feel like I am. Why are you adding the sound effects? I hate you. I fucking hate you.
Because that's how I get a lot of my parenting style, doing the opposite of what my mom did. There are certain things that my mom got right, like with me being able to have that open type of relationship with her and have those discussions and everything. And then there are other things that she missed missed the mark on with rewarding me with things out of guilt instead of disciplining me when she should have. I'm the opposite. I don't give a fuck that your daddy gone.
I'm not
You
saying
didn't
that
do what I
Teresa
told you
wouldn't.
to do, motherfucker. I'm finna take this shit.
I'm not saying Teresa would have bad conversations if that ever came up. I think we both should be there for it.
For what? What I miss?
What it's time for us to have that talk with the girls.
About what?
The
Anything?
talk.
About sex?
Yeah.
Says that's a dope ass relationship. My daughter start off lying, but they trust me not to yell and judge them.
Yeah. See, I don't yell.
All whole phases are caused by one of two things: trauma or rebelling against parent strictness. No, mine was pure enjoyment.
Because she's a hoe.
But you
birth.
also grown.
But I didn't have whole phases at all back then, and my way of rebelling was I was just beating bitches up all the time. I was always getting in trouble.
Because you was a dude in your past life.
She was mystical to be exact.
Danger.
Bro, that nigga just sat back down. Yes.
Oh, I had to go piss.
He went to the bathroom.
Had to
I
go
give him a
piss.
pass on that.
Had to go fry some chicken.
I don't want your piss sound like fried chicken, my nigga.
Shit is about dark as apple juice.
That shit is so funny.
You know that's a sign of not healthy, right?
But
bruh?
it's like even okay. So we're having all of this conversation
Definitely
about
just pissed at 3-5.
how parents are okay with their kids drinking with them, smoking with them, being exposed to all of these things because they cool with it. But I got all of these motherfuckers that have been pissed off for the past few days on my news feed because Superman's son is gay in comics.
I don't care.
One, they are comic books. We have addressed this. Your kids don't even fucking read.
He's
okay?
not the first gay one.
They don't read. Y'all ain't buying no fucking comics. And how many times do I have to say that DC Comics is dark as fuck? So if you haven't been complaining about all the shit that has been going on in DC Comics, you do not need to open your mouth now. There is literally rape, murder, and extreme violence in DC Comics.
Look,
isn't one of Batman's sons gay?
Yeah, Tim Drake is bisexual.
Who the fuck do you think the Joker is? Ronald McDonald?
That nigga.
Krusty the Clown? Who do you think the Joker
that
is?
That nigga's a pansexual.
Okay.
I think the Joker out here fucking elephants.
No, I'm saying as far as the shit that the Joker has done.
Yeah, but niggas was dressing up like dog just because Heath Slayer won an Oscar. He's lecherous. My part. Slayer has never won shit.
He was a tag team champion.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, twice, a couple times.
You right. It's the one. That's the one who said, "I got kids."
Right. He did his job well enough.
He did. You're right. I apologize, Heath Slayer.
I feel like those who are outraged, like they probably watch wrestling.
But then, why are you outraged then? Because
that's what I was.
No. Because when you let's think about it on the grand scale. Grown ass men in their underwear commence to get into a small space and grab each other in ways that can be sexually provocative.
They have a scuffle.
And have I fucking hate you.
a predetermined scuffle.
A predetermined scuffle.
No, but like I would. Okay, first of all, y'all ever watch Vice TV?
I watched the app. Yes.
Okay, so
I'm a little bit behind on a couple of shows.
Vice TV, like I was high.
Not surprised.
And I was like, Vice TV got to be owned by Canadians.
Why?
Because some of the programming here is definitely Canadian based.
Look,
and it just like it made me feel really bad about my childhood.
Because of how you view it now?
Because like wrestling is really full of like rapists. Like wrestling is full of misogynistic, raping ass niggas. And one nigga who just turns a blind eye to all of this shit and makes it disappear.
So the Catholic religion.
Wrestling toxic as fuck.
Because like on our last episode, we just found out that there's over 200,000 cases of some terrible shit going on, swept under the rug.
Like Jimmy Snuka killed his woman at like 11:30 in the morning. Then he went to work and came back and the cops was here. And Vince McMahon was like, yeah, we'll just make all this go away. Mob
Yeah,
ties.
said we used to watch Maury with the "Is this a man or a woman?" gay shit.
I hate
Ain't nothing new. Niggas gotta relax.
I hate them
Sexual is a
episodes.
POV.
That is probably where the trans community first started getting pissed off at how they're represented.
Yeah, because that was bad
Because
representation
that
of the
was
trans
terrible
community.
representation, and that's how a lot of people started viewing trans community.
Like, you niggas flew me out here for a motherfucker to be like, I like
Did
you.
Jenny Jones used to do that too?
Jenny
Oh.
Jones got a nigga smoked.
I don't even remember what Jenny Jones show was
See,
about.
that's why y'all gotta watch Vice TV. They got a show.
No,
called-
Jenny Jones used to have like, remember when motherfuckers used to get bullied, that geek to chic shit. They get
Okay.
bullied, then they
She
come
did
back like, yeah, look how hot
she
I am
did-
now.
Okay.
That one nigga, he was like, I still wouldn't fuck you.
She did those episodes, and then she did the Secret Admirer episode.
Okay, I can live with that.
So one episode,
So the original Catfish.
Oh, I remember that. And then he was embarrassed.
right? So when they got home, he smoked his ass.
So the original Catfish.
And then they tried to put Jenny Jones on trial, talking about you on TV getting niggas burnt, getting niggas killed.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
because he was embarrassed that, you know.
And rightfully so. Like, look, you knew this nigga was a fun boy before y'all brought me out here on stage. He probably should have smoked the chick that was with him. Now, I'm not saying that he should have did this, because killing people is wrong. But the level of embarrassment he felt, I feel his pain. Like, you brought me all the way out here on live TV. Do you know how many people watched the Jenny Jones show at a time?
it was bigger than Oprah at the time.
That's what I'm saying. So
Like niggas tend to forget Oprah wasn't as big as Oprah was. She just outlasted everybody.
like, this motherfucker was like, hey, I'm a guy, got a crush on you.
They never aired that episode.
I don't know if it was aired or not.
No, I'm telling you. Like
Yeah.
that, because they never aired that episode. Because after
didn't he
they,
do it right afterwards? Like after
Within
they recorded?
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they got home.
So it hit
it
the
was
news.
less than, it was 2 to 3 days. Nigga was popped him twice in the chest.
So yeah, they wasn't gonna put that one out there. You had to buy the box set to see that one, I guess.
Embarrassment equals an ass whooping, not death fan.
No.
We need to get that
He-
message out to everybody.
He was
because
like,
that
nah,
is the
fuck, I got
problem.
to go.
Most of these niggas that are out here killing motherfuckers is killing motherfuckers because they done been embarrassed. They done caught an ass whooping, couldn't take it, and now, oh, well, I gotta come back and kill you because you got me on live scraping my shit across the concrete.
Whatever happened to just coming back and shooting a fair one? Like, you beat
You
my
can't
ass.
even say coming back and shooting because they not gonna listen to fair one at the end. They just, oh, okay, Juan is condoning us going to shoot motherfuckers.
No.
You gotta
like,
choose your words carefully
if
on this topic.
if he whoop your ass on a Tuesday, I think you gather your thoughts that Wednesday. Maybe do some push-ups and some sit-ups on that Thursday.
Go run up them stairs down there by the lake.
And then on Friday, just like, don't sneak him, but let him know that this ain't over. I need my rematch.
I think the worst part about it is people don't realize that you can always lose. You can fight the same motherfucker, win and lose. How many times have we seen rematches in boxing?
Well, at this
Because the
point,
first time, all right, I got my ass whooped, bro. Now all of a sudden we got this poster with a big ass golden 2 in the middle because I want another shot. Then I win. Now you mad like, no, man, best 2 out of 3. Now we got another rematch with a big ass red 3 in the middle because we finna fight again.
okay, so
They don't go shooting niggas in the locker room because they lost.
but by nigga standards, Deontay Wilder is probably at liberty to pop Tyson Fury. Because these motherfuckers can fight 100 days in a row and he won't win not a single fight.
He signed up for them ass whooping.
That big white
I saw
boy.
before he got shred. I saw the video of them like in the little hallway or whatever, little venue or whatever, and he was down there doing all this shit and talking crazy. And that white boy was walking back. And he was like, he told the white boy, "Fuck your mama."
Oh, you deserved it. And then the crazy part was, like, so I was watching a little highlight video. And even at the end of the fight, Tyson Fury walked over to his corner with his shirt on, was like, Much love, bro. I respect you. I'll fight you. You know, regular shit. Like, man, you know, you bring out the best of me. If you want it again, I'll fight you again.
Yeah.
And dog was sitting down like, no, fuck you. I don't respect you. How can you not respect the nigga that had beat your ass 3 times in a row?
Because he don't know how to take L's like
At this
You
point,
said
he
exactly,
didn't.
Mimi. That shit weak.
At this point, he should have beaten respect into you.
These motherfuckers' pride levels be way bigger than their skill levels. All facts. All facts. He said, me and this nigga named Keith fought for all 3 recesses for 2 whole school years. It be like that. Like, we had neighborhood grudges. We had neighborhood grudges. Like me, like when I was growing up, me and this nigga named Junior used to always fight.
No, we not gonna.
That nigga said
we
not. First of all, what school did you go to where y'all got 3 recess?
No. If you was, it has to be elementary because you have early break, main recess after lunch, and you had afternoon break all the way up to 3rd grade. After 3rd grade, you may get lunch break. 4th and 5th grade, nigga, you just here for school.
So y'all was scrapping on like bonus recess?
Like the 2nd grade, 1st and 2nd grade, they had to been going to war. For 2 years straight, bro. When did you take a break to be a kid?
That's crazy.
Like you niggas met up.
Like you just showed up with the fact that you knew there was gonna be a scrape.
That's terrible.
I don't know what we're gonna do, and I don't know what we're gonna do about the sticky tape or this glue when it's time for arts and crafts. But I know at 12:15 when they let us out to go play kickball, I'm beating your ass.
It's on.
Like it's on site.
Seaford.
Makes sense.
Yeah, cause like with me,
Niggas
I
is out
think
here
like
scrapping.
I think it's the fact that like, you know what, I don't want to rematch because I know they go beat my ass again. Like, but you was doing all this talking though, cause it's usually the niggas that be doing all of this. It never fails. He doing all of this talking, doing all this shit. The first nigga out his shirt, and then get beat the fuck up, and now he need his shirt to plug that hole in his lip because he's bleeding everywhere.
You know, like not that I condone fighting because it's
I do.
I'm in certain situations it's understandable.
It's acceptable.
But like you know, as a child,
I condone the fuck out of fighting. Not for everything, but I definitely condone whooping somebody's ass. Because I would rather you knock a nigga out than put him in a box. Because a lot of the shit that you put niggas in boxes for, it don't even be that deep.
It don't be that serious.
Y'all have an argument and shoot a nigga in the chest. Because you argue, bro. Because your feelings was hurt.
Whoop his ass, David.
Niggas be really ready to do 25 to life because a motherfucker said, fuck you.
And then that's the crazy shit. You sitting in jail doing 25 to life. You get into the on the yard. You're like, what you in for, man? Man, this nigga said that All America was a whack show.
So I had to put 2
Crazy shit is the fights were over our little brother and sister. Allow this nigga always be the first motherfucker I still on. Like niggas putting niggas in boxes because they can't box. Yeah,
let's put it on the shirt.
The feats of strength I used to watch, like when females fought, was amazing.
Those only be
they'll lift a whole bitch up by her hair and swing her around.
Right, those don't be fights, bro. Those just be assassinations.
Like, I once was.
No, he was talking about strength though, and I'm like, I've literally watched the motherfucker pick a bitch up by her hair and literally swing her around. Like, you know how Cesaro be doing motherfuckers and shit? That's how they do, but by their hair.
What's she using on them roots then?
Like, we was in the cafeteria. Everybody chilling.
I was like, hey, can I get her business card? Because whoever put them braids in, bitch, they braided the fuck out of you.
It was like 5 chicks, and they was like, yeah, you know, we overheard. It was like, yeah, we gonna jump so as soon as this shit let out. And for them 5, it didn't go their way.
Yeah.
Like, this little bitch, like, she put hands on all of them.
It be like that. They fuck with them, and then when they show you, I'm only quiet because I'm literally got these hands.
Or they already knew she had them hands, which is why them 5 thought that they was finna jump her. And shit didn't go that way. So every time motherfuckers felt like they was finna jump me, shit did not go their way. And I feel like, especially for me to be as small as I am, like, it's more than one of y'all. And how am I not hitting the ground? At this point, with it being more than one, even if it's just 2 of you, if somebody don't fucking come clip me in the back of the knee and then y'all get to stump, like y'all don't have no strategy. Y'all just go in like, all right,
they go in whirlwinding. They go in whirlwinding.
They do.
and hope for the best.
But like, see, they playing. I knew it wasn't going. Like when I seen they attack strategy, I knew it wasn't gonna work out. Cause only like it's 5-on-1. Like all 5 of y'all should have swarmed. Like y'all seen 2 in, and then when y'all seen how she handled them 2, second wave didn't really want to come out.
Second wave.
But y'all, but and that third motherfucker was like, you know what? I seen what she did to y'all for. I'm good. I'm cool. This ain't even a jumping no more. We collectively getting our ass whooped.
That is this nigga
And-
says
So I see
second
you
wave.
sit the second
And
wave.
then this is back when we had the Fruitopia machines. You see the motherfucker get thrown into a soda machine?
Yes, I have. I seen this one chick literally grab a bitch from the lunch table, lift it, and commence to put her into the fucking soda machine, my guy.
Like that shit look like some shit off a video game the way she threw that bitch to the soda machine.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. Next
Did she,
period.
Did she throw her like niggas get thrown into the barrier?
Just boom. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, you gonna feel that.
We ain't not gonna get no sodas out of there next period, are we?
Shit.
That motherfucker ain't gonna work for the next couple of days.
Yeah, man.
There's
Bring-
a soda jammed in there, so he ain't coming down.
Bring back busting people in their
All
shit.
because y'all didn't want to leave her alone. First of all, y'all gonna learn like the people who cannot avoid being ugly, leave them alone. What?
Can't say that, bro.
They can't
Avoid being ugly. First of all,
Some people cannot.
in this day and age, we have watched people turn into completely different people.
That's now. Back when I was 15, there was unavoidable ugly.
It was broke.
John said, fam, I've been jumped twice. Took you 2 years to catch each one of them they ass lacking. But oh, when I slid,
Bro was plotting.
man.
You ain't wrong.
Sometimes you gotta plot, dog.
The only
You're not wrong.
thing that I'm still mad about is when I had that fight outside of mix because I don't know who I was fighting with.
Random people who didn't. I don't even know why
Like
there was
that
a
was
fight.
my only
That
thing.
wasn't a fight
And it's-
about us.
And it's not even because
Wasn't.
it has nothing to do with how the fight went. Because I know how they thought that it would have gone. I'm upset because I don't know who it was. Because if I knew who it was, trust me, I'd have been on the same shit. Because I hold
Round
grudges
2.
for less.
Fight.
Carried you to safety though.
So
You had
you
her
know.
ass out.
No, you pissed me off. That's what you did.
How did I piss you off?
She was winning when you got her out of there.
This nigga threw me over his shoulder, had my ass out, and I'm still trying to fight
Like
shit.
she was winning.
Hey, but I can at least say niggas didn't leave my wig behind, so kudos.
We
for
left
that.
in BB Hills though.
Bitches.
I think they was somebody's car. I think they really were in somebody's
No.
car.
No,
No, because I
she
came
walked
off and somebody picked them up and took them.
because she walked outside barefoot.
I mean, cause you put her in the car.
I
No,
never
when we
jumped or
were-
been jumped, but I've been in plenty of situations fighting people I don't know. Yeah, like anytime because motherfuckers tried to jump me while I was pregnant with Ree. I was coming out the gas station on 27th Street. And I was mad because I was pregnant, bro, and I dropped my orange juice. So my Everfresh bottle broke. And I'm like, when you have those cravings, it's like, motherfucking orange juice. Like, but yeah, like motherfuckers, they've definitely tried it. And it never goes that way.
How was a shop on vacation?
Never goes that way.
Hey.
But I look who I grew up fighting with.
And
Being jumped on a city bus is no fun either.
I've seen it.
I've seen that a lot.
Especially because the motherfucking bus driver won't stop to let me off.
That long.
Like you don't see it's 6 on fucking 1, bro. If you don't let me off this motherfucker.
What they jumping you for, huh?
You know what? To be honest, bro, I really do not know.
Like you, the last nigga I would figure that.
That's
people
what
would-
I said. I didn't even start nothing with these gentlemen. You know what? I really think.
Were you dressing
What-
like a boss back then?
I really think what happened. I think it was a bitch.
Was your shoe game on point?
Look, this young lady was like, "Hey, you know, I know this guy, and you know, mom, like we all knew the same people." I was like, "Hey, when you see folks, you know, tell them I said what's up. I ain't seen him in a while. He quit coming to school, or whatever." Now I don't know what she told this nigga when she went back to tell him whatever story it was, but boy, did he bring reinforcements,
She twisted your words, my
bro.
guy.
This nigga, I was sitting on the bus. I had headphones on. Nigga popped up in my face like Superman.
Gotcha, bitch.
He was like, "Hey, what's up, nigga? All that shit you was talking." I was like, "What? What shit?" But you know, it is what it is.
I said motherfuckers can say what they want to. If my wife's sister, aunt, or homegirl getting jumped, I'm clearing bitches. I knew them niggas wouldn't go get involved in that situation because we had just came out the club and the niggas that they was with had guns, so niggas probably thought that they was gonna get shot. I didn't get no fuck. I was swinging on whoever swung on me.
Definitely,
We all
wasn't,
finna go down on this motherfucker.
definitely wasn't trying to get shot that night or any night.
Wars, abuse, start over a bitch, man. Like, yeah, I'm just, I don't know.
The fall of,
I've never been the type to jump somebody because I'm too personal. And any beef that I have ever had, I am very focused. So when I want your ass, I want your ass. I don't want nobody else to get a piece of you. All of that is mine.
oh my,
And I don't want anybody to be able to have the satisfaction of being there. She only got me because she had, no, I dragged your ass on my own. So I've never and the rest of my cousins and shit, like, they don't give a fuck. They will jump you. They don't care. But they always know
shit.
that when it came down to my shit, nah, man, let me rock. She got it.
That nigga said, "They'll
Because
jump you."
they knew that I didn't want the help. I didn't want the help. I didn't need the help. I know motherfuckers be raised on some, no, fuck that. If one fight, we all fight. That's not how I rock, because I like to have the personal satisfaction of knowing, yeah, bitch, that eye that shut, I did that. I know exactly which hit did it. It wasn't that motherfucker over there. It was mine. That lip that's leaking, I did that. I like the satisfaction of clearing bitches on my own. So I've never been into jumping. I don't know if it's pettiness, pride, or what, but either way,
Clearing.
I'm trying to put your ass to sleep.
Clearing bitches
I
sounds so
still-
funny.
Not now, because I'm cool and
I still don't know what I did to this guy to this day.
Let it go on.
I don't know.
Let
what I
it
did.
go on.
I mean, I don't have a problem with him. I mean, you know,
He said, I grew up in the one fight, all fight era. Yeah, I did too. It was a personal decision for me. Don't jump in my shit. If you don't see a motherfucker with a weapon or me getting jumped or some shit, leave me the fuck alone and let me rock.
I mean, it's not my fault that, you know, later on that week, you know, we was making niggas walk home barefoot. That's not my fault.
Yeah. And then it's
Sounds
like
like it
when you
is.
have those fights where it's like family against family type shit.
Family's not supposed to fight. Then tell them to shut the fuck up.
No, I mean family against family, like some
Oh.
Survivor Series type shit.
Fuck y'all, the Hart family? Come on, what the fuck is this? dog? The Hart family versus the King's Knights.
Because we done had some of them situations, you know what I'm saying? Because houses on the block beef.
That is true, fam.
Houses on the block beef.
Especially if two kids started fighting and one go home and tell they bigger brothers, now the family came, so now you gotta go and your family came because y'all picking on.
Because
insert
that was
kid.
our
Nah.
biggest thing with group fights, because
Whole block.
it
on
was
the
always
brawl.
motherfuckers with sisters and cousins, the one fight, all fight. All right, well, one fight, all finna get cleared. I don't give a fuck how we do this. None of you hoes is finna win over here. So
Oh, that's wild.
yeah, but
Murder.
we are going to go ahead and end this week's episode because I still got to get to the grocery store and go get some bell peppers because I'm finna make some stuffed
I don't
peppers in the
think you gonna
Instapot.
make. What time the store closed?
Myers don't close.
Niggas on. It's
Not the
10.
one in Greenfield. I'm gonna have to go there because the one on Burla already closed. But since I'm bringing up bell peppers, it's funny because I just made a stat while I was on the way here.
Michael Jackson did have a bell pepper nose.
No, so I've always been one of the people like, damn, I want you to know that because I don't know everything, but I do know a lot. One of the things that I didn't know, like I never paid attention to, I always thought that there were just different types of bell peppers grown.
And what did you find out?
Like you grow green peppers, you grow red, orange, yellow, whatever. I didn't realize that all of that shit is a green pepper that just turned those
I'll
other
be there
colors.
in a minute, Kiva.
So the green pepper is the pepper that it was picked off the vine first. It wasn't allowed to mature to the point of turning red because that's the last way down the line. I never knew that.
Never knew that either. I really
So
thought they
the
were
green
two different.
pepper is like the more, like the more bitter one.
It's like
Then once you
green
get
green
the-
bananas to yellow bananas. Makes sense.
So how fucking ripe is a red bell pepper?
That's the ripest.
That's
the
where
red
it's
one.
supposed to be.
Oh,
That's the sweetest.
okay.
Yeah. So I never knew that, bro. I always thought that it was
different shit.
different seeds. Like they all had different. You got the red pepper seeds, the yellow pepper seeds. I never realized that all of that shit is just the green pepper that stays on the vine and matures longer to the point where it changes colors
You said the
until it
number
turns
of
red.
bumps on it means something too.
Does
Man.
that mean like male or female or something? A male or female pepper, the number of bumps?
Oh, we still talking about peppers. Thought if she had a number of bumps, you could tell which disease she had.
Shut up,
Why do I have to shut up?
because that might actually be true.
All right, then. So what the fuck I gotta shut up, nigga?
Because this is not the moment.
I'm just out here trying to educate the masses.
Look, fam,
No,
bucks
see, I
and
read the
six.
opposite that they get sweeter. You're talking about bell peppers,
Or jalapenos.
right?
Did you know what I
Because
discovered
like
about
the
it?
red and orange peppers and shit, that like being like for those are usually what they use in like
Yeah,
fajitas and
'cause
shit. And those be sweeter.
Kiva said, gets more spicy. So she's probably talking about like jalapenos.
Maybe
Although I
fresh gotta
discovered
relax. What did you
that
do? I missed it.
Talking about he thought that the number
I
Oh.
was
of
talking about
bumps.
STDs.
Yeah. Well, the laptop is also kicking me off because it has 4% remaining. So again, I want to thank you guys for coming out and listening to this week's episode of Hoecially Awkward. If you joined the live late, no need to worry about it. We air on Tuesdays on all of your favorite streaming platforms. So you can check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, wherever you want to get your podcast fix. And make sure that you subscribe to onlyfans.com/comer_walker. Again, I have been putting out a shitload of content over the past couple of weeks with more to come.
I too.
Yeah, like I did that. See, I want the fist bump on that one.
Okay.
But yeah, and check out the link in the lower right for www.comerscandycloset.com for all of your lingerie, adult toy, and sensual needs. I got all the shit for the couples, got your bondage gear. It goes down. We'll be adding more products, of course, over 200 items for you to choose from. Listen, I am now delivering to all 532 zip codes. Initially, there were only select
Wow.
areas, but I was able to, they updated it where we were able to change our delivery parameters. So now, if you live far as shit, you just have an increased order requirement because I'm not driving all the way to West Milwaukee and wherever else for you to spend $20. So I am now delivering to all 532 zip codes. So even if you're on the south side, you can now order and get local delivery. Again, you'll just have increased minimum order amount in order for me to make that trip. So until next time, we got to go.